welcome to the latest episode of Shabbat with a Schmear. There's a Schmear. We're at Barney Greengrass talking Torah. I am Meredith Berkman, Shabbat Mom, and I am here with Rabbi Adam Mintz. Hello, Rabbi.
Hi. This week we read the portion of Kedoshim. Kedoshim is filled with the laws of morality, or as the word Kedoshim says, the laws of holiness. And the portion begins by telling us about our relationship with our parents. You shall fear your parents. It's interesting that the translations often translate the word fear as revere, which is not exactly the same thing. But we know the Ten Commandments tell us to honor our parents. What do you make of that? As parents, what do we think? Do we want to be feared? Do we want to be revered? Do we want to be honored? Or maybe all of the above?
Well, I mean, I want to be feared by my husband and revered by my children, and I got none of any of that. But, I mean, the notion of fearing one's parents is a little troubling. I mean, I'm never going to get that anyway, but for my kids. But I think maybe it's because you shall fear your mother and your father and keep my Sabbaths. I, the Lord, am your God. So maybe the idea is that in the same way that you fear God, in some ways is another way of honoring God, because you're acknowledging the power of God. And I think that God as the omniscient father figure. I mean, maybe that's why fear of one's parents is in the same phrase as fearing God. And I also wonder that these are, Kedoshim. Is there more honor and sanctity in fearing someone rather than, is it holier to fear someone than to honor them? I don't know. What do the commentators say?
When it comes to God, you're supposed to both fear God and honor God and serve God. Sometimes when you're so afraid of somebody, you're not able to serve them properly.
Or honor them.
Right, or honor them at all, because you're just, basically, we would say you're paralyzed. So I think really the challenge, both when it comes to how we serve God and how we serve our parents, is we need to revere them, but not to be paralyzed to still be able to serve them appropriately.
And that relates to Passover, right? About the child who doesn't know how to ask, or maybe that child is struck dumb because they're too afraid to ask that notion. The other thing that I've underlined a lot of things here that I always talk to the kids about: you shall not pick your vineyard bare or gather the fallen fruit of your vineyard. You shall leave them for the poor and the stranger. I, the Lord, am your God. That there's such holiness in giving charity, not that someone should ask you for it, but that they should be able to come with dignity and pick it for themselves. That there's a real holiness in that kind of charity. I always think is very beautiful.
This is an amazing portion. I'm sure everybody's going to enjoy it as they read it this Shabbat.
I hope so. If only I could get my husband to fear me, I would enjoy this Shabbat a lot more. Probably not. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.